So let us start. So my name is Kaushal Kumar and good afternoon. First of all, good evening everyone. My name is Kaushal Kumar and I live in Patna. I currently study in NIT Patna doing my BTech in Mechanical Engineering. My hobbies include reading and writing and currently I am reading a book named Nudge by Richard A. Thalman and that's it about me. Over to Sekhan.
Hello everyone, this is Shekhar Kumar. I hail from Sompur, Bihar. Currently, I am doing my graduation from NIT Patna with a specialization in mechanical engineering, and my hobbies are to play badminton and carom. Thank you. Kshitij.
Hello everyone, my name is Kshitij Ranjan Katiyar. I am from Kanpur, Uttar Pradesh. Currently, I am pursuing BTech from National Institute of Technology, Patna, from Mechanical Department. And my strength is hardworking and disciplined person. And my short-term goal is to get a job in any company. And, my hobby is watching movies and listening music. That's it.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Amrit Raj. I am currently pursuing BTech in Mechanical Engineering from National Institute of Technology, Patna. My hobbies are reading books and playing and watching cricket. Uh, uh, right now, I am trying to watch all the IPL matches, and and my I am currently reading some books like 1984, written by George Orwell. Okay.
So yeah, Shruti said that he loves to watch movies. So what is the current movie that you are watching? Like any last movie that you want to recommend?
Well, I watch movie from South Indian, and
I,
currently I have to
South
watch.
Indian movies are also good. So I am not saying that South Indian movies are bad. They are also really good.
See, there is one movie which is very good. If you will watch with your family, movie name is Har Din Diwali.
Har Din Diwali.
Yeah,
Yeah, added to my watch list.
like that. And one movie is thriller movie that is Mafia,
Okay.
and one movie is going to be released that is Triple R. That is
Mm.
also be good. His trailer, its trailer is also good.
Yeah, definitely I will watch the ball. So introduction round is over. So now we will move to speech round. So I hope everybody has prepared their speech, starting with Sekhar, uh,
No, no,
and
not
Amrit will
starting with
speak
Kaushal.
last. No, Sekhar.
No, no, no. Kaushal.
Okay, no, not me, not you. Sitish will start.
Okay.
So who have to start?
Kshitij bro,
Kshitij.
you.
Okay. Uh, Good afternoon, everyone. Today's my topic for speech is youth unemployment in India. See, our median age of Indian population is 28.4 crore. In youth study 2016, what youth study 2016 said? It said that when asked about the biggest problem in India, they said one fifth, means 19% of the youth identified it as the topmost concern. What is the topmost concern? That the youth unemployment in India. If you will see, there is also one study in nation election studies pre-poll 2019 that says that 25% of the youth identified it as the topmost concern. Means this is increased by 6% from 2016 to 2019, and currently if you will we will conduct a survey, then you will find a drastic increasement in this. See, I will take a one example. recently UPSC has released the UPSC has published the result for engineering service examination, in which they published the result for 302 seats. But at the time of the notification in 2020, they notified that 495 seats. But at that notification, there is a one line was written below that these seats are subjected to change. And the result has published. When the sorry guys, sorry guys. When the result has published in the UPSC by the UPSC, then there was for 302 seats. So what is this? See, this is the decrement of 195 seats. Means if we will see from different point of view, from the student point of view, 195 seats has been decreased. Means 195 students who are preparing from the engineering service examination, they don't get their deserving seat. By only written one line, these seats are subjected to change. They have decreased the seats, not only in this UPSC engineering service examination, but also in other examination. They only wrote a single line that these seats are subjected to change. See, what are the impact? If you will further see in the notification that core branches, mechanical engineering, civil engineering, electrical engineering, electronics engineering. In the civil engineering, the result has been published by the UPSC, 147 seats was there in out of 302, which the result has been published. And for the mechanical, there are 38 seats. Okay, and for electrical and electronics one, I will focus on mechanical because I am mechanical engineering guy, so yeah, I will focus on the mechanical engineering seats. In that seats, 38 seats are there, out of which for general category there was 12 seats, and for EWS category there was 8 seats. For OBC category there was 14 seats. For SC/ST there is 5 and 6. Why am I telling this? I am telling this. The UPSC has released notified for 495 seats. They published result for 300 seats. Okay, for 300 seats, when it published for mechanical guy, those who are in general, the 12 seats they are getting. For general category, for EWS category, they are getting 8 seats, and for OBC they are getting 14 seats, and SC/ST 5 and 6 seats. ठीक. Oh, sorry. Okay, but now UPSC has released 215 seats for 2021. You see, this is drastic change. They only notified that 215 seats vacancies are available for engineering service examination. Those who are preparing, means they will mindset there were 215 seats. See, when they haven't published the result yet because the examination will not be there. When they will publish the result, I very much sure that the result will of not of 215 seats. They will the result will approx 150 seats or 175 seats, out of which the mechanical total seats in mechanical will not more than 15 to 20 seats, in which general will get general not will get out of means 5 to 6 seats. Maybe EW and for OBC also they are 5 to 6. For SC/ST 1 to 2 seats. Means the enthusiasm, the curiosity for preparing engineering service examination has been demotivated. Why has it has been demotivated? Because the drastic decreasement in the seats in the engineering service examination. Indian Railway has withdraw the seats, so that this is the drastic decreasement in the this engineering service examination. The Indian government is not working on the seats which are reserved for the Indian Railways. There has to be work on it, so the employment will increase. And I will say the current situation is not good for any youth in our country, because they are suffering from unemployment. Those who have talent, but they are also not getting the jobs. I will take one more example, that SSC result has been published this year. Of which year? 2018. Means 2018 SSC result is has been announced this year, 2020. What the candidate will do for 2 years? They will wait for 2 years, and after declaring this result, they will know, they yet not to be notified for their job. What the simple student, middle class student, what will they will do? This is my question. So thank you.
Oh, thank you, Kshitij. That was an awesome speech. So, in between your speech, Subham has also joined us. So, welcome, Subham. Hello. Subham.
Yeah, hello.
Yeah, welcome. So,
Yeah, thank you.
are you going to give a speech, or you just want to listen to us?
The
If you are not,
speeches of other members have been completed.
no. Only Kshitij has given his speech, and other people are also giving it.
Okay. So I am giving a speech.
Yeah. That's the spirit, Subham. That's the spirit. Even if you are feeling unwell, you are here. So, you should be.
You are next.
Yeah, you should. Let me give you an advantage that you can give your speech at last if you want to. Okay. Uh,
Last.
at
No,
last.
I am giving a speech now.
Okay then. Go on.
Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Soham Gupta. I am from Patna, Bihar. Currently, I am pursuing my Bachelor of Technology in Mechanical Engineering from National Institute of Technology, Patna. My hobbies includes technology, and I love working in the field of technology and developing my skills. So here I am in front of you for speaking about the topic that um, ill health begins in mind. So we all are listening from our childhood that a healthy body resides in healthy mind, and it is very important in this current scenario of pandemic to understand about this topic, that keeping a good mind is very important apart from keeping a good body. So first of all, understanding the connection between mind and body. The our mind and body communicates with itself with the help of hormones. Whenever we are in any stressed situation, there are cortisols and other hormones are released in our body that actually decreases the immune system of our body. And whenever we are happy, then hormones like endorphins and dopamines are released in our body that actually boost up our immune system. And thus it happens with every animal, every living organism which is in our planet. This type of hormone changes with the onset of any stress situations, but we humans are apart from them, because the difference in us is that we have the power of analyzing. Whenever we are in any difficult situation, even after coping with that difficult situation, we tend to analyze it for years and years, and that may create a number of ill effects in our body. One of the example is that a deer, when is in front of a lion, will run after to save its life, and at that time there would be increasing cortisol level. But after running and after saving, it will forget about that lion. It will not think that what the lion would be doing if there would be future consequences of lions. But apart in humans, we tend to believe that lion can come in future. We would build homes, we would discover fire and do our best to protect ourselves. That is good. That is actually helping us to survive, and we have evolved as civilization by because of that stress. But if we are not able to cope with that stress, that can lead to mental illness and at last physical illness and death. So what can be the how we can protect ourselves from um, from these mental problems and keep our mind healthy? So the first thing is that having a good social connection, that is a relationship build up between uh, between us. It has been seen in the survey that the person which have greater number of relationships, a healthy relationships, survive more and has very less number of disease. So it is very important to have good social connection, and in that connection we should talk about positivity, because even if we are talking having relationship, and in that relationship we are spreading negative thoughts, negative feelings, that would ultimately give rise to unhealthy mind, and not only unhealthy mind for ourselves but for a society. So we should do our best to create a positive mindset between the people. And one more important thing, that is placebo effect, that is common among the doctors even nowadays. That is, even if there is some critical problem, doctors tend to believe, make the patient believe that they will be fine. This medicine is all right, and that is what is happening for COVID-19. We do not have any vaccine. Sorry, we do not have any medication, but we are only because of that positive power. The patient recover from COVID, and thus the power of positivity and is very important for us to survive in this time of pandemic. So at last I want to say that we should understand this mind and body connection and do our best to overcome this situation, because this situation will pass on, as every situation has passed, as every negative situation has passed, and we will bounce back stronger. Thank you.
Yeah,
Hello.
thanks a lot, Subham. So now,
Hello.
Amrit, can you give your
Eh,
speech?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
Oh.
Good evening, everyone. The topic for speech is impact of technology on jobs. It's a very controversial topic because many people think that technology has a positive impact, and some people think that there is negative impact of technology on jobs. Technology has made a number of traditional jobs redundant. For example, ATMs replaced some bank jobs. The new wave of technology like automation and artificial intelligence is a threat to many jobs. Now, some positive impacts of technology on jobs. Technological innovation result in improved lifestyle and hence consumerism increases and thereby results in more employment opportunities. For example, industrial revolution created more jobs than it eliminated. And next, building houses by 3D printing is a great technological innovation. Eventually, it will result in some losses in the job losses in the construction industry. But this innovation will result in creating more affordable homes, and hence more and more people may want to buy a house. And so, with more consumers, more house will be built, and hence will create so many jobs, but of a different kind. And according to research firm Gartner, more jobs will be created than lost by automation. The firm stated that though 1.8 million jobs would be eliminated by 2020, but 2.3 million new jobs will be created by then. Also, technology increases productivity and reduces the burden on workers and eliminates the burden on doing repetitive jobs. Due to this technology, demand for technical skilled youth is increasing, and hence more jobs available for educated youth. This can solve the problem of educated unemployment to some extent. And next advantage of technology on jobs that in mine fields, workers and laborers do risky works. so they have to take less risk for doing the job, and there will be less life losses in such areas. Technology has the potential to create large scale jobs in rural areas and hence addresses the rural unemployment issues. Now I will talk about some negative impact of technology on jobs. The immediate result of new technology will be job losses because some job will become redundant. Machine and automation are replacing low skilled workers. Not just the low skilled and semi skilled jobs, even high skilled jobs are at due to the new wave of technology like artificial intelligence. This can reduce the employment opportunities available for technical skilled person, and technical advancement is forcing people to continuously update their knowledge to sustain in the job market. This can be too overwhelming for some to balance work and personal life. And now I am coming to the conclusion of this topic. Technology changes the nature of jobs. Even though some jobs will become redundant, the technological advancement has the potential to create many more employment opportunity than it eliminated. And continuous learning and updating skills is the need of hour. Thank you.
That was a really amazing speech, Amrit. But from next time, try to at least like open your webcam. It gives a sense of like face-to-face interaction in this virtual manner. Okay.
Hello, hello.
Uh,
Can you speak again?
from next time onward, try to at least open your webcam so that we can see your face, so that
Okay, okay,
we can get a sense of like face-to-face interaction at least.
okay,
Okay, that was really nice speech. So,
okay.
Sekhar,
Yes. Okay.
yeah, Sekhar.
Okay. Hello everyone. Today I'm gonna talk about a person who has taught us that do not lose faith in the Indian judiciary system. Uh, uh, Even if the even if any person harass you and or torture you or anything that uh, torture you. So this is none other than the Mr. S. Nambi Narayan, who was the head of ISRO promising cryogenics division and a cryogenic engine head. So more importantly, he was a part of group of scientists who was tasked to scout for the cryogenic technology to propel the space program to greater height. And even Satish Dhawan, who was the ISRO chairperson at that time, and his successor UR Rao, has encouraged him to go to any extent to bring cryogenic technology to India, because cryogenic engine was not available in India at that time. So, but when this program was at its peak, police arrested Nambi Narayan and another scientist, Dr. Sasi Kumaran. Uh, Sasi Kumaran for the for giving for document of cryogenics technology to Pakistan. So what happened in 1992 when ISRO finalized a deal with Russia for transfer of technology of cryogenics technology to India, uh, but due to pressure from United States and France, this deal was cancelled off. And next, another new agreement with Russia was signed to fabricate, not transfer the technology, to fabricate for cryogenic engine to India. And this tender were floated, and this tender was given to Kerala High Kerala High Tech Industry, uh, Kerala High Tech Industry Limited. So, but when this program was at peak, I already said that police arrested this Dr. S. Nambi Narayan and his his partner Dr. S. Sasi Kumaran. So there is a there is a rumor that US CIA, who is America Intelligence Agency, is behind all of this. They do not wanted that India to have cryogenics technology at that time. So uh, in minute. They don't want India to have cryogenics technology at that time. Uh, they were angry at India from the time when uh, India tested its nuclear bomb under the nose of America when without knowing America in Pokhran. So, but Dr. S. Nambin Narayan at that time said that with it, even if I transferred document or picture of cryogenic engine to Pakistan, the Pakistan cannot make that engine because design cannot make engine, but technology can. Uh, they told uh, they told police many times that he was innocent. He then police arrested him and sent him to jail. But then this case was transferred to CBI, and then within 20 days of transfer this case, uh, CBI has rejected this case that without having uh, because they did not found any proof against S. Nambi Narayan. And after some year, when new party came in the state, CPI, they opened this case again and appealed to High Court to reach to the uh, final person who is behind all of this. And next court conclusion came in the favor of S. Nabi Narayan and ordered the government to give him the compensation of 50 lakh to S. Nabi Narayan, and ordered ordered the police to go behind go behind the person who is all behind this. So today, I hope CBI CBI found the chief culprit uh, behind all of this. Thank you.
That was a very good speech, second, and very informative one also. So now it's my turn, it seems. So for that, I need to first share my screen because I have prepared something. So my slide is getting uploaded. Is my slide visible? Hello?
It is load.
Visible, am I right? Is my slide visible? Hello, hello.
No, it is not visible.
It is uploading.
Yeah.
Okay. From my side, it has been uploaded. So for a minute or so.
Yeah, it is uploaded.
Uploaded. Okay. Now it is visible?
No.
Yes.
No. Okay. Sekha, change your Wi-Fi.
Shubham, which network is your Jio or Airtel? Cannot display content. There was a problem.
Okay. Okay. Let me share my screen then. And just is my screen being shared?
Yes.
Okay.
Movies, the first folder.
No, don't look at that. So I think the photo that I want to show you is visible on the screen.
Yeah.
Okay. So today I am going to talk about psychological effect that is known as Dunning-Kruger effect. So this effect is not an alien effect for all of us. We have encountered it and know about it more than anybody else, and because we have experienced it already. So this effect was given or was summarized by two psychologists of America. First one was Justin Kruger and second was by David Dunning. So both their name combined, the effect became Dunning-Kruger Dunning-Kruger effect. So according to this effect, what happens? The people with low ability at a task, they generally overestimate their ability. This, according to this Dunning-Kruger effect, people with low ability at a task overestimates their ability. Or in other words, people with little to no knowledge about something, they become overconfident. As you can see in the graph, I have shown you a graph of confidence versus knowledge. As you can see, if a person starts reading something and reads a little bit about that, his confidence shoots up and he become really overconfident. Okay, as you can see from the first point. But later on, when he thinks that okay, I need to learn something more, so he moves on to learning things again. And as soon as he picks up his books, the workload and the amount of knowledge that he have to gain uh, completely dejects him, completely surprises him, and because of this, his confidence level deteriorates as time. But if that person continues to study, continues to gain knowledge even after this low motivation, a time will come when he will win over his fears and he will put in his effort so that he can gain knowledge. And once he gain knowledge, his confidence level will shoot up, and and at last, when he has gained knowledge and confidence, when he has gained knowledge about that subject, his confidence level will be much larger than the confidence at the initial time. So this whole thing is the aftermath, or you can say is the summary and aftermath of the Dunning-Kruger effect. Up to the first point, this was the first point, Dunning-Kruger effect is completed. But after this point, this line shows the aftermath of Dunning-Kruger effect. And I wanted to share this, I wanted to talk about this topic today, because in recent time in our club also, people are leaving us, people are thinking that the club is becoming a waste of our time. That is why I wanted to tell you about this Dunning-Kruger effect, because most of us are in this second, third or fourth point, where we are thinking that our workload is very large and our knowledge is very less, and we are getting scared by the amount of things that we have to do and amount of effort that we have to put in order to speak really well English. But we know that if we do so, if we put in the effort and if we put in the hours, then at last our confidence as well as our knowledge about a certain topic will increase. Consider another example of three people. One is an amateur, second one is a university student, and third one is a university professor. Okay, so these three people A, B, and C. A is the amateur, B is the university student, and C is the your university professor. These three people are sitting in a round table. Okay, and they are arguing about a subject. Okay, so amateur has started learning about that subject in recent time. Okay, so he is more confident about that stuff. The university student has started learning about this topic a while ago, but he is in this middle point. Okay, that is, he does not have enough knowledge of that subject matter, hence he is feeling less confident. And the third person, C is the professor who has gained knowledge, who has enough knowledge about that subject matter, and as well as and he is confident as well. So these three people are arguing about the subject. So it is pretty obvious that the person A, who is the amateur, one will uh, present his opinion, present his views in a much confident manner. And because of that confidence, we all know that confidence sells. Okay, because of that confidence, the majority of the vote which will decide the winner of this discussion will be in favor of this amateur person, because he stated his opinion, stated his views in a much more confident manner. The person B, who is the university student, because he is less confident, did not talk too much. But person C, who was university professor, who knew about this subject, who knew about this subject in a very wide manner, he he talked about this thing in a very calm manner and not made this entire discussion a shouting match. So when the popular vote was counted, that whether the person A or B or C won this discussion, then most of the people obviously will tell that person A will win this discussion because he has presented his opinion in a very confident manner, whether he is wrong or right. Okay, so this entire thing is the example of Dunning-Kruger effect. The person who has little to no knowledge about something, they uh, they think that they are or they think that they know everything, and because of that they become overconfident. But the person who is learning more and more, they get to know that they get to know that the things that they need to learn is too much, and they need to put in real amount, that is huge amount of effort in order to learn all those stuff. That is why they remain humble and don't become overconfident. So at last I want to tell you this, that this Dunning-Kruger effect is 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 a very evident effect that is visible in our day-to-day life. But in order to make sure that we overcome this Dunning-Kruger effect, we need to persist in doing our stuff, in doing our hard work, in doing or in giving in our efforts to learn something. After after we give our efforts, after we give our effort, and after we defeat our inner demons, we become confident, really confident and knowledgeable. That is why I want to stop this speech now, uh, uh, giving this after giving this thing, after showing this image. Thank you.
Okay. Kaushal.
Let me stop scaring my screen first. Stop sharing my screen first. Okay, so now my screen
Kaushal,
sharing
that is
is
why
stopped,
you
and I
insisted. Oh, hello.
hello, yeah, second.
That is why you insisted so much to have this session because you have prepared your speech on this topic.
Yeah. That is why, and that is why I argued and I urged people to come to this session also, because I saw the effect of Dunning-Kruger in our club also. So to point out these things, I thought, why not give a speech about these two things.
A very
The speech
informative
was
topic.
very,
Yeah, very informative.
uh-huh.
Very
Yeah. You
informative
can,
topic.
yeah. You can learn about this topic a little bit more if you want to. I can share the link with you of the YouTube video from which I learned about this phenomenon. Okay, if you want to, I can share this link in the group also. So because we have very few people with us, so Subham, we decided at the initial time of this session that we will not be having the GD today. Okay, the group discussion part we will do in next session. Okay, and the GD will happen on the
Sorry
same
guys,
time.
there was actually an important phone call was there, so that I was going.
No
Sorry.
issues. No issues. So GD will happen in the next session on the same topic. Okay. Is instead of this, we will be having an impromptu session today. Is it fine with you, Subhi?
Yeah, okay.
Okay. So let me search for the impromptu topics because. Okay. So do anybody else
Uh,
want to give the impromptu topics?
Hello, Kaushal.
Yeah, Shikha.
Up till now, what happened? Only speech round happened.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you
Hello.
don't have time, then you can go if you want.
Yeah, okay, I'm leaving. My phone is also
Okay,
not
Amrit.
charged. Okay, thank you.
Okay, Amrit. Okay.
Mhm.
So impromptu round will end in I suppose 15 minutes max. 15 minutes max. We will wrap up our impromptu round. That is why I thought instead of GD we should do our impromptu round. Okay. So anybody else want to select the topics for impromptu, or I do it?
Okay, let me check. I have selected topics. 1 minute.
Okay, okay.
Okay, I have some topics for impromptu round. So who will first?
No, sir. Not you.
Sekhar.
Yes. You can on that topic.
Okay, so we give this liberty to Sitish to choose who will be his first participant or who will be his first speaker.
Okay, okay. I think Sekhar is the best.
No, no.
Yeah, Sekhar.
Yes, Sekhar, for you. Sekhar, for you. The topic is laughter is best medicine.
1 minute. 1 minute. Okay. What?
Laughter is best medicine, or laughing is best medicine.
Okay.
You want to change the topic?
No, no.
I,
I will
I have
continue.
also other one.
No, no. I will continue with this
Hmm?
topic. No, no. I will continue with this
Okay,
topic.
okay, okay, okay. You can talk on different point of views.
Okay. So, Kshitij, I have prepared my thought, but can you speak once the topic name?
See, laughter is best medicine.
Okay, okay, okay.
What is the pronunciation? I don't know. Laughter, Laugstr.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So, hello everyone. La- I agree with the topic that laughter is uh, laughter is the best medicine because uh, yeah, many research or study happened that uh, that if a person is sick or ill or is having some disease, uh, if they are happy or if uh, if we make them feel happy about it, there is some great chance that he will recover some bit if then then the then then the time that he will not happy. We can take example that in at present in COVID hospital, we see many videos. Subham, turn off the video. We see many video where doctors are dancing on some music video, like to encourage the patient. Like there are many discouragement in the society right now, so they dance at any song to encourage the patient to feel them happy at right now. And also in in the movie Munna Bhai MBPS, we have seen that Sanjay Dutt, who is the hero of that movie, uh, he he hugged the patient, and the patient feel happy about it and have a good chance that he will recover from his disease. Thank you so much. Hello.
Okay, so thank you. Now, Kaushal, who will be the next?
No, no, you
I
have the
will,
liberty.
yeah, you have the liberty. If you want to
Okay,
choose
okay,
me, then
okay,
choose
okay,
me.
okay, Kaushal.
So, hello, hello. Yeah, if like if I crossed 1 minute limit,
No, you were in the limit.
no, no, means I am in the safe limit. Okay.
Yeah,
Minimum
yeah.
is unlimited is
You
one
were in
minute.
the safe limit, Sekar. Laughter is the best medicine. No, don't say.
No, no, minimum 1 minute we have to speak. So I
Yeah,
want to know that.
you were in the time limit. You went overboard with it. You expect for 2 minutes.
Oh, okay. Thank you so much, Kaushal.
Okay, Kaushal. Uh, for you, the topic is art is essential to life.
Art is essential to life.
Yeah,
Okay. So I will take my 30-second time to
art
think
is
about
not a drawing. Here, the art is, you know, any thing
any
which,
form of any form
yeah,
of art.
any form of art.
Okay. Can you repeat the topic again? Art is
Art is essential to life.
okay. Art is essential to life. Okay. So let me start. So, as Siti said, art is essential to life, and as a writer myself, I completely agree with this thing that art is essential to life because uh, in when I was in ninth standard, my teacher, one of my teacher of science, he said that drawing is waste of time, and why people are adding drawing in school curriculum when they could have added more interesting subjects like economics in a much for further detail. That is like very essential to life also. But when at that time I thought, okay, sir is saying right, sir is always right, and sir may be right. But now I feel that sir was completely wrong because art is not a leisurely activity that we do in our day-to-day life. It is something that connects us to our emotion. It connects to our inner self. When we listen to music, uh, we don't listen to music just because we want to. We listen to music because it creates an emotion, which different types of emotions within ourselves. If you listen to a romantic song, then obviously you will feel remember somebody and feel romantic in a sense. I don't know. I have not gained that experience, so I don't know much about it. But I have heard that people, when listening to romantic songs, they always tend to remember their exes and tend to get romantic. So these arts, they creates emotion. They overcome. They highlights the emotion within the person. That's why I think that art is really essential to life. If we talk about movies also, you watch movies, we everybody really likes a movie with a happy ending. Am I right? If a movie has a sad ending, everybody at least hates that movie. But if a movie has good ending, everybody likes it. Why? What is the reason that everybody likes that movie with a good ending? Because we always connect with movies. We always connect in a very deep level with movies. When we watched Gajni, we also connected with the problems of Amir Khan. Am I right? If when we watched Tare Zameen Par, we connected with the problem of Isans. We we found our reflection in Isan at that time. Am I right? In that characters, and that is why I believe to suppress, to enjoy life at least, to connect with our inner self, art is really essential, and hence I believe art is essential to me. Thank you.
Kaushal, your speech was very good.
Yeah, like your topic hit home, hit my heart.
Now for Shubham, for you, the topic is who has been the most influential person in your life and why?
Shubham Lambu.
Kaushal, one topic for me also.
Okay,
Okay,
Sekhar will
Sekhar.
say.
Okay,
He,
Sekhar.
he is really
Okay,
excited.
Kshitiz, change the topic, please.
Okay, no problem, no issues, no issues.
Sekhar, where you write about the influential person?
Okay, Shubham. Now your topic is what characteristics make an ideal hero and why?
Yeah, so Kshitiz has given me the topic that what characteristics makes an ideal hero. So I think that the most important characteristic is of
What?
resilience.
Shubham, topic.
Yeah,
The complete topic is what characteristics make an ideal hero and why?
okay. So the topic is that what characteristics makes an ideal hero and why. So for me, I think that the most important characteristic is of resilience. The definition of resilience is that bouncing back from difficult situations. No matter whatever heroic story we have listened to, the one thing is common that there were many problems, and the hero of the story has overcome all the problems, and even after being defeated or having facing a lot of problems, it has however somehow managed to overcome those problems and gather all his courage and face the problems and win. There are some stories in which the hero hasn't win. For example, there are a number of like Maharaja Shivaji, in which he has defeated, but even after it is being called as heroic story because even after being a small being of a small army, he, um, he has he has fought. For example, another example of Rani Lakshmi Bai, even after being of female, of a small army, having son of less than 1 year old. She fought, and even after she defeated, but she has the power of resilience. One more story which I am able to connect is of Thor. We all have Thor of the Marvel movie, in which there was a line in which the Thor has said that his mother has been killed, his father has been killed, his brother was killed by Thanos, and he has found, and there is nobody. His lover has been killed by someone. So even after losing a lot of person, he after saying all this with a smile, he said that I am alone capable of defeating Thanos, because it's my duty and I will surely defeat him. And at last he has defeated Thanos. He has killed him. So so we should also learn from this resilience, that even after facing a lot of difficulties and thinking that we do not have sufficient armory in our hands, but even after that we have that courage to fight, is the most important thing. Thank you.
Shubham, he Thor did not say that his lover was killed because he she was a professor in some college, other college.
Okay. See, different.
Okay. So, Kshitish, uh, your topic is who has been the most influential person in your life and why?
Okay, let me think.
Okay, take your time, Shitish. Subham, you angered, I think you angered the inner Marvel fan of Sekhar today. Have you people watched Snyder Cut, like Justice League Snyder Cut? How was it?
The release date.
Huh?
Awesome.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I think new Batman movie is also coming this year, na?
No, not this year. I think 2022.
22, okay. Okay. So if anybody wants to watch any movie now, you should watch Hachi, A Dog's Tale. It will be really
Hachi, a
good.
dog story.
Very good film.
Shubham, you should watch.
Okay, I will watch.
If
Shitish
you
should
don't,
also
if
watch.
if you don't, if you don't cry, go to the hospital and check yourself.
Like I remember that Shitish said that his favorite hobby is to watch movie. And Shitish should watch this Hachi at least.
Yeah, which movie?
Hachi, A Dog's Tale.
This is movie or series?
I will write down the name.
Kshitish, you want to change the
Okay.
topic or
No. Okay, fine. Let it. Okay, I'm going to explain. So Shekhar has given me the topic that who has been the most influential person in your life and why. Okay, see, I will tell you. When I was in class sixth, then my teacher has told me write down a project on a topic who is an ideal person, I think who is a great man in your life, and I wrote down on Swami Vivekanand. In class 8, on same project, I wrote down on Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. But at that time, I didn't know that the who is my ideal person in my life. But as the time was passing, then I realized and who is the most influencing person in my life. That is none of that. It's my father. See, my father has guided me at each and every part of my life. When I was in class 8, I was very undisciplined and very that student who has no image and anything taught in class. And he is threatening, he is disturbing by some other elements, and his image in the class is not good. But as I entered in class 9th, my father has told me and guide me about what is ninth, what is 10th. And he said me just one thing: do your work. And I left all the coachings. I just focus on my study, and go in the school and just study and all that. And I when I entered in class 10th, there was drastic improvement in my study. I was in top 5 in my class. And when I entered in class 11, my father told me join the coaching of IIT. See, at each class, at each path, he was guiding me for what you have to do and why you have to do, and what is the main impact they didn't told me. But now I am realizing that they have very drastic impact on my life. I entered in NIT due to my father. Although I had studied, but only my father had guided me. Proper guidance had entered me in the National Institute of Technology, Patna. And after entering in that, my father guided me for. They are always said that maintain the CG above the line. Although I haven't maintained, my currently CGPA is 8.95, but I am trying, but I haven't maintained it. So I will say that at each and every part of my life, he has guided me. So I think that he is most influencing person in my life. And also other things, also they are. This is the professional, and also personal. When I will come in the personal, like in the also in our home, there will some some incident, some that when the father told me do this thing, not do this thing. Then I also realized me this is correct way of doing that thing. So that also affects me a lot. So thank you so much.
Yeah, that was a really good speech. I can relate with it also. Like, it is very well, very well. Very nicely said. Like, I am seeing improvement. I don't know about you guys, but I am seeing improvement in everybody. Like, now at least everybody is speaking their heart out. Am I right? Like previously in the sessions, people like hesitated to even speak what was in their mind. Now, even if they are speaking not in that splendidly, but they are speaking their heart out. Am I right? They are conveying their thoughts, and that is really good improvement, in my opinion. It is that I see in all of us.
Kaushal, I want to discuss on the topic uh, on job notification by the government. See, this is
Job
a
notification.
by the government. See, when the UPSC has released the notification for engineering service examination, and when I saw that there are only 215 seats, I highly demotivated. I was thinking of